The red dream, allure and alarm. Mars, the red planet. It glows in our night sky, a beacon of curiosity. For centuries, humans have gazed at Mars. We have dreamed of setting foot on its rusty soil. The idea of a second home for humanity is powerful. It speaks to our exploratory spirit. It whispers of survival for our species. This dream fuels incredible innovation. It pushes the boundaries of science and engineering. We imagine cities under Martian domes. We see a future among the stars. The pull is almost irresistible, a cosmic destiny. Yet this grand vision carries a heavy shadow. The journey to Mars is not a simple trip. It is fraught with immense challenges. The destination itself is hostile. It is a world unlike our own. Every step towards Mars colonization is a step into the unknown. The risks are monumental. The price of failure is catastrophic. Are we truly ready? Or are we rushing towards a dream that could become a nightmare? The allure is strong, but the alarm bells are ringing too. The universe awaits, but it demands respect. Dr. Michio Kaku is a renowned theoretical physicist. He often speaks about the future of humanity. He looks at our grand ambitions. He examines them with a critical eye. When it comes to Mars colonization, Dr. Kaku sounds a stark warning. He tells us that Mars is not just a challenge. He believes it could be a catastrophic endeavor if we are not careful. He urges us to pause, to think deeply. His words are not meant to crush our dreams. They are meant to ground them in reality, a reality that is often harsh. Dr. Kaku's concern is not about the spirit of exploration. He understands the human drive to reach out, to discover new worlds. However, he emphasizes the sheer lethality of Mars. He has stated, "Mars will kill you." This is not hyperbole, it is a blunt assessment of the dangers. He points to the extreme environment, he highlights the technological gaps, he questions our current readiness. He believes that underestimating Mars is a grave mistake, a mistake that could cost human lives, and set back our spacefaring aspirations for generations. His warning is a call for wisdom. Mars may be our planetary neighbor, but it is far from a welcoming one. Its environment is extreme. It is profoundly different from Earth. Our home planet cocoons us, it protects us. Mars offers no such comfort. Consider its atmosphere. It is incredibly thin, about 100 times thinner than Earth's. It is mostly carbon dioxide. Humans cannot breathe it. This thin veil offers little protection from the sun's radiation, or from the cosmic rays that bombard the solar system. Living on Mars means living with constant radiation exposure. Then there is the temperature. Mars is a cold desert. The average temperature hovers around -80 degrees Fahrenheit. That is -62 degrees Celsius. Winters at the poles can plummet to -195 degrees Fahrenheit, or -125 degrees Celsius, while summer days near the equator might reach a balmy 70 degrees Fahrenheit, or 20 Celsius. The nights bring a bitter chill. Liquid water, essential for life as we know it, cannot persist on the surface for long. It would either freeze or boil away due to the low atmospheric pressure. Radiation is another major killer on Mars. Without a global magnetic field like Earth's, and with its thin atmosphere, the Martian surface is constantly bathed in harmful solar and cosmic radiation. Mars lacks these vital shields. The lifelines stretch thin logistical nightmares of Martian living. The journey to Mars is long, it takes many months. But arriving is only the beginning of the logistical nightmare. Establishing a sustainable human presence on Mars is an unprecedented challenge. Consider the supply chain. Early colonists will depend entirely on Earth, for food, for water, for oxygen, for spare parts, for everything. This lifeline stretches across millions of miles of empty space. It is a very tenuous connection. A single failed resupply mission could be catastrophic. It could mean starvation or system failures. Resupply missions are not simple. They are constrained by planetary mechanics. Earth and Mars orbit the Sun at different speeds. Favorable launch windows when the planets are optimally aligned for transit occur only about every 26 months. This means resupply ships can only be sent infrequently. Colonists would need to store vast quantities of supplies. They would need to accurately predict their needs years in advance. Any miscalculation, any unexpected equipment failure, could lead to a dire situation. The margin for error is incredibly small. There is no quick trip to the store on Mars. The ultimate goal is self-sufficiency. Martian colonies would need to produce their own food. The confined mind psychological frontiers on a distant world. Colonizing Mars is not just an engineering problem, it is a profound human problem. The psychological toll on the first Martian colonists will be immense. Imagine being confined, trapped in a small habitat, millions of miles from home, Earth, a tiny blue dot in the black sky. The sense of isolation could be overwhelming. Humans are social creatures, we thrive on connection, we rely on familiar environments. Mars offers none of these comforts. It is an alien landscape, a silent, empty world. The crew will live in close quarters, for years, with the same few individuals. The potential for interpersonal conflict is high, stress levels will be enormous. The constant danger, the reliance on life support systems, the knowledge that rescue is virtually impossible. These factors will weigh heavily on their minds. Maintaining morale will be a critical task. Bridging the void. The technological chasm to Martian survival. Our current technology is impressive. We have sent rovers to Mars. We have landed probes on distant moons. But sending humans to live on Mars is a far greater challenge. There are significant technological gaps that Dr. Kaku and other experts warn us about. These are not minor details. They are fundamental obstacles to long-term human survival on another planet. Simply put, our current plans may be premature. We are not yet ready to build a sustainable Martian colony. The ambition is there. The technology is still catching up. Consider life support systems. On the International Space Station, these systems are complex. They require regular maintenance and resupply from Earth. For Mars, life support must be near perfect. It must be closed loop, recycling almost all air and water. It must operate reliably for years, without frequent resupply. We are making progress. But a system robust enough for a Martian colony is still under development. A failure in life support on Mars is a death sentence. There is no margin for error. Radiation protection is another huge hurdle. A cosmic perspective, Kaku's vision for a wiser spacefaring future. Dr. Michio Kaku's warnings about Mars are not meant to extinguish our dreams of space. Instead, they offer a path to a wiser, more sustainable future as a spacefaring species. He urges us to look at the bigger picture, to consider our priorities. Before we rush to colonize a hostile planet, he suggests we focus on the challenges facing our home world. Earth is our oasis in the vastness of space. It is uniquely suited to us. Protecting it should be our primary concern. Solving problems like climate change, resource depletion, and global pandemics requires immense scientific effort. Kaku envisions a more thoughtful progression into space. One that is not driven by desperation or escapism, but by genuine preparedness and a mature understanding of the risks. He advocates for continued robotic exploration. Let our machines be the pioneers. Let them map the dangers. Let them test the technologies. Let them pave the way. This approach allows us to learn, to innovate, to reduce the risks for eventual human missions. It is a slower path, perhaps, but it is a safer, more intelligent path. We must learn to walk before we try to run across the cosmos. Furthermore, Dr. Kaku emphasizes the importance of technological breakthroughs. We need new propulsion systems to shorten travel times.